The province of Colón lies on the Caribbean side of Panama, between the lakes that serve the Panama Canal and the Cunayala province. If you come from Panama City, you'll have quite a hard time getting to Colón, a port town home to the second largest tax-free zone on the planet. Unless you're into reselling designer clothes and electronic devices from Asia, there's really nothing there to see. The city itself is supposedly dangerous, but that's probably another one of those travel myths that never die. If you want to explore the Caribbean coast itself, you'll need to find the exit to Portobello in San Benito, which is not an easy challenge. It's right here. There you'll be leaving some slums behind you, and you'll start discovering the wonderful Caribbean landscape. A good road takes you along some beach towns like Maria Chiquita, which even has a self-made blue flag for quality of its own brown dirty beach. Don't plan on staying here, there is nowhere to sleep. Further down the road you'll get to Portobello after a beautiful drive along the most inspiring bay you're likely to find. And this is where history starts taking over. The pirates, the Spanish conquistadores, the silver being sailed off, an elaborate defence system against everyone else who wanted a peace. Portobello is a small, relaxed town with a very Caribbean feel to it, due to its music, its people, and its ever so relaxed way of, well, hanging about. This place is a World Heritage Site and gets most visitors from passing cruise ships. Yeah, that hop-on, hop-off situation again. Another regular visitor is the scuba diver, which is obvious by the many dive schools. If you consider 3 to be many, there just isn't much tourism here at all. Further down the now worse road lies La Guaira, which is the launching pad for hundreds of small boats that take you to Isla Grande for $1. If you come here by car, you can leave it here safely on one of the many parks. Isla Grande is a local holiday island. This means it's absolutely packed on public holidays, so better stay away then. It's a weird place, a perfect demonstration of how the Panamanians like to spend their holidays. Come here to have a look if you want, but don't be too expectant on the quality of service, food and rooms here. There is a private hotel beach where everyone can get in by paying, but it's not much better than the rest, but a little less rubbish is left behind at sunset. You'll soon be back in the mainland, since there is very little to do here. The beaches and one hiking trail where nobody ever sets foot. Finding a place to sleep in this part of Panama can be quite a challenge, but when you're looking for a destination off the beaten track, this is what you get. Simple, not always clean rooms. No 5-star option exists around here, so you'd better get used to it. Luckily, Just Go has a couple of suggestions for you. Scuba Portobello. This place is all about scuba diving, as the name indicates. But don't worry if you're not a diver, you can stay here just the same. For around $40 per night, you get a clean bed in one of the most beautiful surroundings you can ever imagine. It really is quite amazing. If there's more than 2 of you, you can always get one of these small bungalows. They are set apart in a well-kept garden. You'll be very well treated by Mrs. Chong, who does everything around the place, including serving you breakfast on the terrace. From time to time you'll need to share your small paradise with a group of scuba divers, but most of the time this is a perfect place to relax. Think about your life and have a go at some kayaking or snorkeling the unfortunately decaying coral reef. Scuba Portobello also owns a small island you can get all to yourself. Villa Ensueño is a quaint little hotel that consists mainly of cabins and a few rooms. It's the last one you'll encounter on your walk around the island, and this is why it's more quiet here than anywhere else on the island. The rooms don't have much going for them in terms of decoration, but at least they are clean. A room is about 50 balboa, or $1 per day, which is the normal price for this type of place in Panama. There is a restaurant serving simple food and a terrace that lets you look out to the Black Christ statue right in front. As in the rest of Panama, food is what you can call basic. It consists mainly of fried everything, so you'll either eat it or you'll starve. If you decide to go for it, you'll see your cholesterol and your belly grow at an impressive rate. Truth has to be said, Panama is not a place for foodies. There is no culinary tradition, no healthy eating, movement, and no fruit available, incredibly. This is the fast food, can-based diet, and no place for vegetarians either. Near the sea, the fish is fresh, but usually fried down to the plateful of pure brownness. This is why we only have one suggestion here food-wise. It's a pirate restaurant you'll find just as you're nearing Portobello town. This is the kind of thematic restaurant that doesn't make you want to throw up. It even looks remotely authentic. since all the shininess has been completely eaten away by the salt air. Just walk in here and you'll be greeted with the utmost sympathy while you learn what's on the menu. Be warned, there isn't a huge variety of food, but the catch of the day is usually quite tasty and the atmosphere is just to die for. This is our Panama rating. We're sorry if you're from Panama, but we just have to be honest. Panamanians are just not the smiling kind. The people are disappointing 2 out of 10. As everywhere in Panama, it's very hard to find a decent place to sleep. Lack of competition made us award a score of 4 out of 10. Again, we're sorry, but at least we're honest. The food is worse than many other places we have been, especially since the resources are local, so a disappointing 2 out of 10. A positive score for the merrily painted buses and good timings. Lots of airstrips around too, good roads, but not good road signs. A 7. The pirates and defence against them left behind some real gems. It's good enough for a cultural 6 out of 10. It has to be said nature is beautiful, and the water sports is where the action is. A 6 for action. Even after the jungle has been cut down, the views remain quite outstanding. Unless you're in the city, of course. An 8. The beaches are, well, non-existent unless you go to one of the islands ahead. No tourism means no maintenance, and that's a shame. A rather disappointing 5. This is our look on the province of Colón in Panama. If you want to know more about this region, other regions of Panama, or other countries, or take our travel guide along on your trip, please visit justgoguides.com. Don't tell us we didn't warn you.